guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brianne. If you're new here, if you're not, welcome back. And we're starting off the new vlog today. This vlog is going to be different. It's more like a sit down type vlog, podcasty type vlog. So we're going to be doing a girl talk Q&A. So I asked my Instagram and my TikTok to send me a whole bunch of questions, and I wrote down the ones that I think I'm going to answer. Alright, let's start with the first question. Hygiene. So for me, I found it's way easier just to stick to like a more simple routine. I feel like if you're doing too much, then like it just doesn't make sense. Like for my skin, I always had like very bad acne, but once I simplified my skincare and my nighttime care routine for my face, like my acne has been like at a pretty good level. I'm still trying to figure out like the dark marks and stuff like that, but other than that, my skin's been pretty good. Next question, current love life. I'm single. All right, hobbies. I like to paint, do yoga. I have 2 dogs. I like taking my first dog on walks and stuff like that. And I also love cooking and baking. Next question, how do I stay focused on my goals? So for this one, it's more like a self-motivation that keeps me focused, and also like surrounding yourself with people who have similar goals. Like with my YouTube, when I first started, like I was kind of motivated when I got my camera and stuff like that, but then I took a long break just because I lost interest in it, but then I just had to regain it. And I don't think losing interest in something for like a short amount of time is a bad thing either. Next one, do you think you know your purpose yet? For me, I feel like I don't have a set purpose. I feel like I'm gonna change a lot. Like, for example, let's talk about my career. I want to be a radiologist, right? But I made sure I picked a career to where I can like easily change it. Like I'm not going to be stuck doing one thing, because then I'm just going to get bored. So I can be a radiologist, but there's different aspects of radiology in which I could specialize in. Saving money. So the way that I found it's best to save money, and this is coming from somebody who used to like not save money at all, just because I didn't really have a purpose to save money. It's just like, what was I saving money for? But now that I'm looking to buy a new car, college, I'm moving, I actually have to start saving money. So the way that I do it, I get paid bi-weekly, right? And the checks oftentimes like differ, so I don't have like a set amount that I put in savings, each week. But what I do is once I get my check, I write down like things that I want to do throughout the week or throughout those 2 weeks, and I write down all those expenses. But before I even do all that, I put the money in my savings just so I'm not tempted to spend it. That way it works the best for me. All right, my plans after high school. So after high school, I'm of course going to college. Well, not of course, I'm going to college. I'm going to do 4 years in either chemistry or biology. I'm not really sure which one, in order to study to be a radiologist, but I'm gonna start there, and I am moving to New Orleans. So yeah, I'm moving, 16 or 14 hours away. Next question, my opinion on bad friends. For me, thankfully, I've had pretty much the same friends since like elementary school, middle school, things like that. So like my friend group is pretty solid. And I don't think I have bad friends, but I hear like conversations with other people and their experiences with bad friends, and just I know that I couldn't do it. And I think a lot of times with friendships, you let things slide more, and I know I wouldn't be able to do it. And I think there is a way where you can end bad friendships without maybe being like dramified or stuff like that. What have I learned with dealing with boys? I'd say nothing. Like I don't really deal with a lot of people at that. And I say I'm a pretty good person with not letting things like slide as well. But I haven't really had any bad experiences that I could like speak on or give y'all advice on for real. So all I'd say is, I hear stories and stuff, my friends and TikTok and stuff about their experiences, and I think that's why for me I don't really try to venture out and experience those, just because like I wouldn't want to put myself through that torture. But not all people are the same, so I guess like you really have to just do you and know what works for you, And yeah. All right, this question: how did you find your style and how did you stick to it? So I have not always been a good dresser. I think I'm a good dresser now, but back in the day, I'll insert pictures if I could find any, but like it was bad. But I mean, I was in middle school or like younger, so it was normal stuff people would wear. So how I found my style is really Pinterest, and I know a lot of people like they say you shouldn't like absorb like a style or personality from online, but honestly, like I feel like you learn a lot of things. Like I wouldn't know or wear some of the brands that I wear now without learning it from other people. And when I first started, developing my style, I used to copy exactly what they wore, and I still don't think anything's wrong with that because it's just like inspiration. But now I feel like I know my style good enough to where I can find an inspiration picture, but then also I'm still able to just like make up a fit from the top of my mind. And most of my clothes are Target, H&M, or thrifted. I thrift majority of my clothes, so yeah. My style does change pretty often. Like I don't have one specific genre of clothing that I wear. What is the best piece of advice that I have ever been given? So this one I'd have to say is the quote. I'm pretty sure everyone has heard it. And it says, comparison is the thief of joy. And like, honestly, when you think about that, it just makes so much sense. Because like, if you're constantly sitting there comparing yourself to other people and what they achieve or what they do, then like, it's pretty much just like you're belittling yourself. And I used to do that. I'm not going to say bad, but like everyone does it. You see someone and you're wondering this and that about them or what they do. And if you want to be in that position, like, I think a lot of times watching YouTube and seeing people my age who have way more followers or stuff like that, but it's just like, I'm comparing myself to those people, but me and that person, we're really not the same. The only thing we have in common is our age and that we do YouTube, but like our circumstances are way different. So that's why I say like, limit comparison, unless it's gonna help you elevate, but help you elevate like in a good way, All right, this one kind of goes back to the last question, the question before the last question we had. And it says, your style and how did you develop it? Like I said, just Pinterest and really just trying different things. Like I remember when I was first starting out on my style journey and I got rid of majority of my old clothes. Because I used to wear like a lot of colorful clothes and like mismatch. Like it was bad. It was pretty bad. But I mean, what would you expect? My parents still shopped for me at the time. Well, kind of, but kind of not. But I got rid of majority of my clothes, like just clothes that I was like, okay, that's not really what I want to go towards. Got rid of all of those, and I think the first time I started like rebuilding my wardrobe, I went to H&M, right? And I got a lot of basics like these little black tees, regular jeans, all black though, because I thought like if I just buy a whole bunch of black basic pieces, I start there and then I can just kind of build my way up from there. And so yeah, that's how I started. And then I thrifted a lot of my clothes, and you know what, thrifting, you can't really get basics. So when I go thrifting, I find more of my extravagant pieces, but it's not that extravagant because I have a very simplistic, style. What is my favorite quality in myself? I'd say my reservedness, or like my ability to be alone but not feel alone. I think a lot of times people see loneliness or shy or reservedness as a downfall of somebody, and I know I used to, because I don't know, I feel like it's portrayed as like a weakness, but honestly, I don't really feel like it is, especially as you get older. Like when I was younger, I had all the friends and all that stuff, and I used social media a lot, and I was always texting somebody, and but I feel like as I got older, like that kind of stuff just became very boring to me. And for a while, like it was like a big change from that to then now being like not alone, but not alone. You know, like I feel like that's a very strong thing to have, like being alone but not feeling lonely and being okay with that. And I honestly think that would be my favorite trait in other people as well, because I know me and a lot of people, like I really don't like needy people, especially at like my age now. Like if someone comes up to me and they're super needy, it would just be like, what are you doing? But I know everyone's personality is different, and that's just for me, honestly. And I think that has helped me through like a lot. And that's why a lot of people were asking me too. I know it's a question up here, but we'll just answer it like now. A lot of people are asking me like, how can you just up and move 16 hours away? It's just because like I'm reserved, right? But I still would like to get out there, and this is kind of like pushing myself out there, forcing myself out there, because I was talking to my friends yesterday, and we were talking, and they were like, you know, honestly, if I feel like I go to college in this town, then I'm just gonna stay here. Like, I'm not gonna be able to get out and, you know, stuff like that. And I think that makes total sense, and that's my reason for moving, because it's like, okay, I know I want to move away from this town, not speaking down about the town, but I know that I want to move away. But it's like, why wait when I can go ahead and do it, and, you know, just go ahead and do it and go ahead and start building my life, even if I don't stay in New Orleans the rest of my adult life, which like I'm not really not planning to do, but I'm not, like, it's not set in stone. Next question is, who knows you best? I feel like for this one, the answer is me. And I feel like a lot of people can say the same thing, just because like you may have close friends or your parents or your siblings who you feel like you're super close to, but at the end of the day, only you know what you're saying in your mind and stuff like that. So I think I know me best. I feel like it's a super simple question. All right, next one, your iconic I'm just a girl moment. Honestly, I'd like to say I'm not really that slow, but sometimes, I don't know why, but sometimes I like drive on the wrong side of the road, but not like in the middle of the street. Like it'll be like in a parking lot or something like that, where you just kind of get confused and you accidentally drive on the wrong side of the road, but it's nothing crazy. Top love language and why? For me, I feel like the best love language, or my top love language, will be gift giving. And this is for me and like others, you know, because I feel like picking a present for somebody is super hard. Like you have to actually make sure they want it. Like it's easy to just kind of get a gift for somebody and give it to them, or money or something like that. And those are good gifts. Homemade gifts sometimes are good gifts too. But truly knowing what that person wants without them having to tell you, or, you know, or honestly, I say gift giving is a good one, but it's not just about the gift itself. It's about like the whole experience. Like for a birthday, like setting up their room, gifts, and just like making that person feel special, I'd say is super, like, that would be my love language. Who was the first person to show you this type of love language? I feel like it's pretty easy to say my parents, you know. Both of my parents always did super good with like blowing up balloons when it was our birthday, or, you know, decorating the house or cakes and stuff. Like it's the simple things that I feel like are super important. Are you attending college? If so, what are you afraid of? Like I was saying, yes, I am going to college, 16 miles away. So that's the main thing I'm afraid of. I am going to be away from my household family, but I do have family in New Orleans, so I'm gonna be fine, I know. And my family, like, we go to New Orleans anyway, so like I'm gonna see them, FaceTime, you know, anything like that. So I'm afraid of course, moving. And then I'm not gonna be staying on campus. Whatever school I commit to, I'm not gonna be staying on campus. So it's gonna be kind of harder for me to make friends, and I'm already kind of like reserved, so I'm putting myself kind of at a disadvantage, but I cannot stay on campus. So yeah, I'm scared to move away, and then I'm scared that I won't be able to make friends as much because I'm not going to be staying on campus. It's like I want to be social and go to the social events, but I would want to go with a friend. It's like I can't bring my grandma to all my social events. What are my pet peeves? This is like my top pet peeves that really get me for some reason. Number 1, people cutting me off. I don't know why. Well, no, I know why, because I just find it so like unnecessary and rude when people cut me off. And then on top of that one, you know when like someone will cut you off and then they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off. And then they'll just keep talking. That one right there. That one right there. I can't do that. And then I hate people who are loud and wrong. Like, I feel like it's of course okay to be wrong, but then like if you get corrected, don't be louder and wronger. Alright, and then I hate people who make everything about them. There's a lot of people who do that, and I think sometimes people do it as like a way to keep the conversation going. Like one person say something and then they add something about them. But there's a time and a place for everything. Like, read the room sometimes. What is something you wish you could have told your younger self? Honestly, I feel like as a kid, well, even now, I just kind of stress so much about the future. But like growing up, like everything just kind of came together. Like, you don't have to have everything in the exact order or all things in place, because everything's just going to come together. Like, once you get to that point, you can deal with it as long as it's nothing like going to be detrimental. Like, say I wasn't saving up for a new car and this car breaks up, or I didn't have a savings for that car and a tire pops or something like that, where like that is going to have a super negative effect on you. But if it's something as simple as like applying for college and stuff like that, like I feel like I overstressed it, and like the college applications were so easy, and yeah, it was no point of stressing over that. That's all I'm saying. How do I feel about girls needing to be in a relationship? I don't only want to speak on like girls, because I think it's everyone, especially at like this age, and what I see like people wanting to be in relationships. I find it kind of weird just because I don't think it's actually for them. I just think they want to, like, they're comparing themselves to other people and they want what other people have, which I understand. I feel like it's something that you're just going to automatically do. But then I also feel like you should be able to sit back and be like, okay, is this actually what I want? Or have I been kind of like tainted by the media of what I want? I just feel like you just kind of need to calm down and just think a little bit. And honestly, I feel like some people are just so crazy. Like, people wanting to be in a relationship so bad that they let so many things slide. Like, the new word is they're delusional. You know, to each their own. But for me, I just couldn't know. Alright, what's one thing you like doing to always remind yourself who you are? So I put a couple things. I like going on walks, sometimes working out, more doing yoga though. And like, it's really just anything where it's just me and my thoughts. Like, sometimes even just riding in a car or walking my dog or just like chilling out in my bed. Why do you dress your dog in clothes? I already know my dad put this one. I don't know. I think my dog looks super cute in clothes. Insert pictures somewhere up here. Yeah, she looks cute in clothes. Silver or gold jewelry? I am most definitely a silver girly. I've pretty much been a silver girly. I used to wear gold when I was younger, but I find like, because I don't wear real jewelry, I just like pick up jewelry from random spots. I feel like gold tends to tarnish more if it's not real, even though I do think like it looks really nice, and for some outfits it calls for gold jewelry. And if y'all can see, my glasses are kind of gold, but you know, don't mind it. It goes really good with my hair. But I don't know, I've just been like a silver girly, and I wear mostly black, and I feel like black and silver like perfect. Unpopular opinions. So the first one is college isn't really needed. Like, it all depends on what you want to do, of course, but for some people who are telling me like what they want to do, it's just like, okay, like, yeah, you can do that. Why, you don't really need to go to college. I just feel like some people look at it as like a stepping stone, like they have to do this, high school, college, and then boom, they'll be in their career. But honestly, like, if you're telling me you want to start your own business, I understand wanting to take some entrepreneurial classes and stuff like that. But I really don't think it's necessary to waste 4 years and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for someone to tell you what you can look up on YouTube. Like, I was talking to my friend and I was like, you don't even really have to go to college. Like, save that money and put that into something. But like, if you want to do something like me, you have to go to college, which I'm not mad at, because if you go to the hospital, you wouldn't want someone who didn't go to college like experimenting on you. So for some careers it makes sense, but for others it's just like, it may be harder, but just go do what you want to do. Next one, how do I feel about gender being taught in schools? Honestly, I feel like people who have a problem with it just kind of are empty-minded, because it's like, bro, when I was in school, like, they think that gender is like, people are just sitting down telling, but it's like a normal thing. Like, your gender, like, you go to whichever bathroom you want to, and that's like, it's normal. I don't know why people are overdoing it, where they just think the school systems are turning everyone gay and stuff like that. And it's just like, bro, what are you even talking about? Like, I think they're trying to make a problem when it's not a problem. Like, when I was growing up, I know what gay people were and what they weren't. Like, it's normal. Every kid knows. Like, you're trying to hide it from your kid, but they already know. Like, you're literally trying to stop your kid from getting educated. I feel like I'd rather my kid get educated and for them to make the decision that they want to make or that they don't want to make. Like, it's not that serious. I feel like a lot of people are trying to find issues when it's not an issue at all. Like, your kid is getting educated. Times are changing. Everything isn't just black and white anymore. Like, it's regular stuff. So I feel like, yeah, gender should be taught in schools, but it's like, it has already been being taught. So yeah. What was the last bad or good detailed dream you had? Tell us about it. Okay, so I was talking to my friend the other day about this. Her sister, well, a little background. Her sister just had a baby, right? And I don't know why, but like, earlier this week, I had a dream about her sister giving birth. I'm gonna put that under the bad dream category, just because it was a very detailed dream, and I went to their house the other day and I couldn't even look at her sister the same. I was just like, yeah, like, it was a very detailed dream. But we looked it up the other day, and it's basically saying like a good change will happen. I don't know, for me or for my friend's sister. Hopefully for both of us. But yeah, it's pretty much just saying like a good change will happen. Something's new is coming and you're letting go of something bad. So for me, I feel like that's either my car or going to school, letting go of this town and moving somewhere else. Like, something good's gonna happen. Alright, so that's all the questions we have. Honestly, I feel like this Q&A went really good and super smooth, and I like doing these. I kind of like doing the whole sit down videos. It's just kind of like a change from what I usually do, like the maintenance and stuff like that. All that's always cool, but sometimes you just do stuff so much, you get so annoyed and so bored of it. That's why I didn't post last week, just because it's like, I had a vlog and I was editing it, and I was just like, it's no reason for me to even post this. Like, I don't want to watch the vlog. What makes me think that other people will want to watch the vlog? So I was like, it's okay if I skip a week and then just take more time to kind of find something new to do. And so I was like, okay, let's just try to do like a podcasty type video. And honestly, it was very fun to set up. I feel like I'm playing pretend. And yeah. So this is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all next Monday. Oh, and also, if y'all want, y'all can ask any questions in the comments, and I'll be sure to either just reply to you or maybe we'll do a part 2. Bye.